Welcome, guys. This is our condensed matter physics paper. In that paper, we are going to start the new chapter. That name is the superconductivity. First of all, I would like to say the syllabi of our CMP paper. Now, this is our syllabi. Just a moment. It takes some time to open. Okay. Now, in that, these are our unit, that is unit number 4th. First of all, we see in that unit, that is the superconductivity part. Okay, now this one, how it not works properly. Just a moment, guys. Okay, look at that board. It is the just first one part, that is called as the superconductivity, and now the second part, that is called as the magnetic property. Now in that, the first part in the superconductivity, we see the nearly four major part, or that is also called as the subtopics. In that, the introduction to superconductivity, that means introductions of superconductivity, and after that we see the Meissner effects, the effects which is related with the superconducting specimen temperature. That means what kind of changes when the weak magnetic field is applied to any kind of superconducting specimen at a particular temperature, that is called as the transition temperature. What kinds of the magnetic flux are expelled, that means the particular behavior of that specimen in the superconducting material at a transition temperatures. Now it is in the Meissner's effects. Now in that critical temperature, the critical temperatures, it is simply the temperature, that is the superconducting of that metal can be exist, that means at a below which temperatures, at below that temperatures the superconductivity is act on that materials, that is called as the critical temperatures. And after that, that is the kind type of the superconductors, that is the type 1 superconductor, and second one, that is called as the type 2 superconductors. The type 1 and type 2 superconductor, which is completely based on the Meissner's effect, that means those conductors are exhibits a complete Meissner's effect, that is called as the type 1 superconductor. And the exactly opposite of that type 1 superconductor, that means in that superconductor the transitions metals or alloys of electric resistivity are gradually preferred. These are the two kinds of these superconductors, type 1 superconductor and type second superconductors. Okay, now next one point, that is called as the London theory. These are not the London which is held on the Great Britain, that is not, it is the name of that brothers. One is the F London and another one is the H Londons. These are the two brothers. They proposes the theory that is called as the London theory, and this theory is completely additions of two more Maxwell equation. This theory, it is one kind of the wonder theory for that the Maxwell equations, because they adding two new equations in the Maxwell equation for explanation regarding with the Meissner's effect. Now the next one topic which is related with the BCS theory. It is one kind of the modern theory. It is one kind of the modern theory of superconductivity. This is a one kind of the modern theory of superconductivity, and which is forward by BCS. B means that is the Barders. C, it is stand for the Cooper, and the S, that is called as Schiffor's. That means these three scientists are proposes this theory of superconductivity, and hence it is called as the BCS theory, and it is introduced in the 1957. It is explained in the 1957. And one of the most important things to that theory, this theory is successfully explained the isotope effect or observable effect. Isotope effect and observable effect. Now the next one point, that is called as the Cooper pair. That is called as the Cooper pair. And the next one name, last one, that is flux quantizations. That is called as the flux quantization. First I would like to just explain related with the Cooper pair. The Cooper pair, it is related with the energy gap and the coherence length. Coherence length, not the length, that is length, sorry. It is the Cooper pair, that is the related with the energy gap and coherence length, which have no sharp boundary, to exist between normal and superconducting state. This theory explained related with this criteria. And last one, that is called as the flux quantizations. The flux quantizations, it is the in 1950, this theory or this explanation related with the flux quantizations, it is in the 1950 by the London brothers as well as the Ginzburg, and they introduced the wave function, complex wave function, for describe the superconducting state. Such kinds of topics are introduced in the superconductivity. These kinds of these such topics are introduced in the superconductivity. Now let us start with this introduction of superconductivity. Now let us start the introductions of the superconductivity. Now this superconductivity, it is one of the most interesting and unusual property. This is one of the most interesting and unusual properties of solid. In that the certain metals or certain alloys, in that solids, certain metals, not all the metals or not all the alloys, the certain metals or certain alloys exhibits almost zero resistivity when they are cooled to a sufficient low temperatures. Just I explain. Suppose consider any kind of these solid material, that is called as the, it's simply, that is iridium. Okay, when these material, are goes to zero point 0.1 degree Kelvin, these material when goes to zero point 0.1 degree Kelvin, then they change their phenomenon to in a superconductivity. To in a superconductivity. First of all, I would like to just explain what is the meaning of superconductivity. I just explained the what is the meaning of superconductivity. Now these superconductivity meaning is simply at a specific temperature these material or these solid metals are completely work like the conductivity or like the conductors. That means they are not opposes the any kind of current. They easily flow the current. They are easily flow the current. That means in that the zero resistivity are present. That means in that material, in that metals, there are no resistance are present. And we know very well the resistance. That means it opposes the current. That means the resistance means it opposes the current. So this is called as the superconductivity. This phenomenon is firstly introduced by the great scientist. That name is the Haig Kamerlingh. In Haig-Kamerlingh owns in 1911. In 1911, and also he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1913. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930 for their low temperature research. For their low temperature research. Now, another way to understanding such criteria, the another way to understand the such criteria of superconductivity, I would like to explain the some materials. I would like to explain here that is the some materials just like the rhodium, tungstens, beryllium, iridium, and number of that so many numbers. I just put examples of 7 here. These materials, when they are cooled, when they are cooled at a certain temperature, their resistivity is completely abolished. Their resistivity is completely abolished. That means they exits. That means they exhibits only the infinite conductivity. That means they exhibits the only infinite conductivity. Now just another explanation regarding with this one. The suppose we consider the one of the example, that is the mercury. When the mercury at the temperature 4 Kelvin, when the mercury at goes at the temperature of 4 Kelvin, look at in the diagram, the temperature at goes at to the 0 Kelvin. Here is the temperature 4 Kelvin. Below the 4 Kelvin, the mercury gets in the stage of superconductivity. That means in that superconducting state, that means in the superconducting states, the material expel the magnetic field. That means in the state the material expel the magnetic field, and the temperature at the temperature where the material goes to in a superconducting state. Listen once again guys. The point or the temperature at the material or the material or the metal goes to in a superconducting state, that temperature is called as a critical temperature. That temperature is called as the critical temperature, and another name of that critical temperature is transition temperature. That is the transition temperature. Now, now just the see here, that is some superconducting metals. In that superconducting metals, when these metals are cooled below their critical temperature, they exhibits or they shows the superconductivity properties. They shows the superconductivity properties. Now the just example was here, that is rhodium at the 0 kelvins, tungstens at the 0.015, beryllium 0.026, iridium 0.1, and so on. These are the number of examples are here, but I just put some examples. Now this is the sub example of the superconducting metals. Now guys, that is the properties. Now the superconductor or the superconductivity properties are just one, the all kinds of metals which possesses the superconductivity, they always are possesses the zero electric resistance. They always possesses the zero electric resistance. That means when the metals are goes down the at a critical temperature, only in that situation they possesses the zero resistance, only in that conditions. Now another one, that is properties, that is called as the Meissner's effects. In introductory portions we already discuss about the Meissner's effects, and later one we have the special topic to explain the Meissner's effect, so it is not mandatory to explain here. Now the third one, that is critical temperature. We see here at that positions called as a, where I pointed this point, on this point, the normal state to metal converted or goes in a superconducting state. This is called as the critical state or the critical temperatures. Another one, that is critical magnetic field and persistent current and critical current. These two are we are studied in a next lectures. Okay, now the applications. The applications are different. The superconductivity applications are different in a different field. The in that the medical sessions, or in that the medical field, the MRI, that is called as the magnetic resonance imagining. That means one kind of the image. Nowadays the number of doctors recommended in a spinal problem, that is spinal cord problems, they recommended the that is make a MRI. It is the next of the X-ray, next of the CT scan. After that we are going to find going to help of the MRI to find the micro changes in our bodies. Okay, now the another one, the related with that medical, that is ultra low field magnetic resistance. It is ULFMRI. It is another type of MRI. And another, that is magnetocardiography, that is MCG. Here I just write MRI and magnetocardiography. It is related with the cardiology. So now in that electric field, the superconductivity are used for the generator purpose, to generate the electricities. In that instrument we use the superconductivity. Second one, in that the transformers, relay, motors, and the superconducting magnets is also used. Superconducting magnet is also used for the electric field. Now the electronics purpose, superconductivity is in a electronic purpose. In that electronics purpose, the quantum computing is there, sensor purpose are also there, in circuitry, or also is in a radar. It is also in a, sorry for the spelling, that is in a radar also. Now another one, most important, that is the transportation. That is the transportations. Nowadays the in Japan or other countries, the the magnetically leviated trains are used. Magnetically leviated trains are used, or also for the marine purpose. At that marine propulsions, that means the marine motors is used. So different kinds of the uses in a transportations with the help of superconducting materials, and our favorite applications, that is in a physics, in that physics for the magnets purpose, and another one that is in the fusion research purpose, or in a particle accelerators purpose. In the number of uses are here, but we are just take some examples or some applications of superconductivity. So guys, I think it is sufficient for the introductions of the superconductivity, and I hope you can understood the superconductivity introductory portions. And the next one topic, that is called as the Meissner effect, we will see in the next lecture. So guys, thank you so much for attending these lectures, and if you have any query related with this lecture, then ask me. So guys, thank you and enjoy your day.